Welcome everyone to the One Ring. This is the Hall of the Dwarven King campaign. This is session, I think it's 9. I think this is 9. I don't think that, maybe 10. I should have counted ahead of time. But we've made some progress. Last time, where we left off, well, we finished up in the second hall, and we began to explore. We found Fatimer found a little side passage as the scout, and they discovered a patrol, or two opposing patrols, one of Moria orcs and one of Mordor orcs. And they'd come to a head near this collapsed section of wall and floor in a tunnel. And there was a heated battle. You step aside. No, you step aside. And no one wanted to yield to the other. One insisted on going north, the other was going south, and neither wanted to yield the passage to the other. So Fatimer fired his bow, instantly killing one of the orcs, and immediately that set them off. Swords were drawn, blood was spilled, and Fatimer crept off in the darkness to let them do the knife work. Fatimer went back and got Frór, who returned with the others. There was a few dead and dying there on the ground, and Craic actually showed mercy to one, giving them of his water skin before easing them from this life. We took some of their arms and armor, and as well as making sure that we left sign that there was going to be great trouble to the west. We were trying to draw the Mordor and Moria orcs to the west, where there would be some great conflict. We don't know the results of that, if they took the bait or not, but we are doing as Balin asked. We are sowing discord, and to do so, they may reduce their numbers so that dwarves coming in needn't do all of the heavy lifting. We decided to explore that collapsed section of wall and passageway, and in doing so, we discovered some ruins. And this was the last readout of the dwarves. Let me take us there. This is where they held off against the Balrog, and the entire hall that we first came through was just covered in black ash, and we weren't sure what it was, and soon we realized this is not ash from fires. This is the cremated remains of the dwarves who held out here against the Balrog. We came to a door that was sealed with sorcery, and breaking that seal, we unleashed 2 ash wraiths from nearby, as well as potentially alerting someone or something in the deeps that a sealed door had been opened. But inside, we found something magnificent. This was the burial place of the last king of the dwarves, King Nain, son of Durin the Sixth, father of Thror, who was father of Thrain, who was father of Thorin. And Thorin would be, 20 years dead by the time we are adventuring, but that was the line here. This was the last king who ruled in Moria before being chased out. And we found his humble cairn. In his hands he held a heavy ring of keys, and as well as other grave goods in here that the orcs were not able to obtain, likely because of the powerful spells that had been placed upon that door. This was the 5th hall. We found the 1st and 2nd, and now the 5th. Some of the other halls, 3rd and 4th, we haven't found them. They may be lost, they may be collapsed, they may be inaccessible. But we've now found the 5th. We found the bones of King Nain here, and we saw that he was placed back in his cairn with as much reverence and respect as we could. These keys that we found, which I believe Vidar is carrying, there was dozens of ornate keys hanging from a perfect circle of mithril These keys unlock all the doors in the Dwarven. There's an enchantment of opening and returning. So the correct key is always at hand, and also ensures that this key ring cannot be stolen. If it's taken, it will appear again in the possession of its rightful owner at some point. It can only be removed from the bearer if they are slain or if they voluntarily hand over control to another. And looking through that circle, you can get a blessing on a scan roll. So it helps you to perhaps see hidden locks that may come into play. Now, there were several specific keys. A large, heavy iron one. There was smaller key of mithril with the number 17 on it. Another mithril key marked with the crown of Durin. There was an immensely ornate key with a handle of gold. A key of steel marked with the sign of crossed axes as well. Now, we are going to be spending a fellowship phase here. We decided this is a good place to rest. This is safe. If the orcs have not come here in 1,000 years, they're likely not going to come here now. And so we are undertaking a fellowship phase. Now, the first thing that we can do in a fellowship phase is we can recover some hope. And so your heart score, which is the small number, there's a big number, that's your target number. The small number is your heart score. You recover that many points. This is your spiritual recovery aspect. So you recover your heart score. So I'm looking at Fatimer. Fatimer, your heart score is 6. You can recover up to 6 hope points in this fellowship phase. And you're down 4, so you will recover all of them. And likewise, the rest of you can go through, see what your heart score is, and recover that many points of hope. You can also do updates, training as well as personal growth. Training is using skill points. Personal growth is using adventure points to improve your wisdom or valor or your combat proficiencies. Let's take care of all of this before we continue on the adventure, because we do have a nice little stockpile of points. In the journal, I've got the One Ring 2nd Edition cheat sheets, and number 3, I'll post the picture again here for all of us, covers the cost in points. So if you want to go like from 0, if you have no skill in something and you want to get 1 rank in it, it will cost you 4 skill points. If you want to go from 1 to 2, it costs you 8. 2 to 3 will cost 12, and so on. For adventure points, you can either improve your valor or your wisdom. When you improve your valor, you get a new reward, or you can unlock a reward on one of your famous weapons or armor. When you do wisdom, you regain you can get a new blessing, and you all start with 1 blessing. But these are things that might, I know for a ranger, Haldor had one where he would never take load, like he could travel and never get weary. Or there's other ones that allow you to make favored rolls in the dark, or things like that. So there's a whole slew of those. Does anyone have any notion of what they want to improve? And we can kind of go through it.
Axe proficiency.
Axe proficiency. So, Thranin, your axe is, right now, is at 3. And you want to go to 4?
Yes.
Will cost you 20 adventure points.
Done.
Sweet. Now let me improve your axe proficiency to 4. Oops, too far. Axes to 4. Nice. Which also improves your brawling. Your brawling, if it's an unarmed attack, is always equal to 1 less, or 1 minus your highest rank. So you have a rank 4 in axes, so your brawling is now 3. Just for a cost of 20 adventure points. And then I can go ahead and remove the 20. That'll put you at 9. Do you want to spend any skill points as well?
Yes, I would like to improve awareness by 1 point.
Okay. So to go from 1 to 2 will cost you, and I think you have 24 points. That's going to cost you 8. So I'll bump up your awareness. What else would you like to improve?
I would like to go up in stealth as well.
Okay, and your stealth right now is 1 to go up to 2 would be another 8. So there's 16. You have 8 more points if you want to spend them.
Yes, I will also go up in lore, please.
Perfect. None of us have made a lore roll like this whole campaign, so maybe you'll be the one. Nice. That will take your 24 skill points. I'll go ahead and deduct those. Anyone else ready to do some upgrades or updates? One thing I want to check, I know Frór, I wanted to see, did we unlock the last one on your shield? Because I think you had mentioned that was what you wanted to do, and I don't think I... Actually, I think you did. Because you have a Valor of 3, so you should have 3 rewards. One was reinforced, but then you got a reinforced. Your shield already comes with reinforced, so then you could use that one to get the upgrade. I think we had said that, like, because you had just barely had a fellowship phase, and then you found your shield, and it's like, well, great, I just spent points on that. So that one has been done. Frór, was there anything else you wanted to improve?
Yes, I think I would like to improve my axes to 4 as well, which would be 20 points, you said?
Yep. So I will bump up your axes. That will move your brawling up to 3 as well. So that's 20 adventure points.
Or is that skill points?
No, that's adventure points. To do weapon proficiencies or valor or wisdom is adventure points. So do you not have enough to do...
Oh, never mind then. I don't have that many. I thought that was from skill points.
Oh, no. Sorry. Let's see. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay. So you do still have 12 adventure points or 26 skill points. You could go up in wisdom.
Yeah, perhaps I'll do that instead. I will do wisdom to 2.
Okay, that'll cost you 8 adventure points. And then you'll get a new blessing. And you have a few different choices on that. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to reduce your XP here. Oh, perfect. Okay. So for blessings, you have some choices. You currently, your blessing is Prowess Heart. And now you can't take that one again, but you can take any of the others. If you go to the items and characteristics, you'll see cultural blessings. There's going to be not cultural blessings, virtues. Go to virtues. And there's going to be commons. You can take any of those, or any of the dwarves of Durin's folk. You can take any of those. And if you click on them, it will kind of tell you what it does. So like confidence raises your maximum hope by 2 points. Dour-handed, that's a good combat one. So when you inflict special damage, it does +1 to your strength rating on a heavy blow and +1 on a feat die. Hardiness, I think, improves your endurance by 2 points. Mastery lets you become favored in 2 additional skills. That was actually a really good one. You can, or like the prowess, strength, and wits. I think it decreases your target number. Yeah, lowers your target number by 1 in one of those. With the dwarves of Durin's folk, you can take Baruch Kazad, which once per combat, when you're in a forward stance, you can make your attack roll favored. And you can also attempt to intimidate the foe as like a free action. You can do broken spells, which you choose 3 skills in which you possess at least 1 rank, and then whenever you use any of those, you can spend a point to make it a magic success. Dark for dark business. When you're in the dark or at night or underground, you're inspired on all of your rolls. Durin's Way is add 2 to your parry when fighting underground. So there's a lot of good things you can have on here. Do you know what you want for your virtue?
I think dark for dark business seems like it would be beneficial.
Okay, I'll drag that over to your character sheet. So dark for dark business. So when you're in the dark, you'll be inspired on all your rolls. You're just going to have to remember that, and when you go to make your roll, you'll click on the. I've not done this before. Let me see. Is it going to? I can't just pick inspired. I can. Actually, so that's what it is. If you spend a point of hope, you become inspired for free, is what will happen. So to be inspired, you have to spend a point of hope. So with dark for dark business, if you spend a point of hope, you're automatically inspired, so you get 2 bonuses instead of just 1.
Sorry. That was I was thinking. I was reading through some other ones. That I actually wanted the Durin's Way. I just went back and read through them. That's the one that does your parry up. If I could just switch that. Yeah.
No problem. Let me drag that one over. So that
I think I will use that.
Your parry by 2 when you're underground. So let me bump up your parry. So your parry is going to be 17. So that just makes you harder to hit all the time. And then your shield makes it even more difficult. So they need to roll, a 21 or higher to hit you?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. And then, so excellent. Any other skill points that you want to spend?
Could I do my Explore up to level 4?
Yes.
And then that will be all for my improvements this fellowship phase.
You got 20 points you have to do on that?
I believe so, yes.
4, 3 to 4 is, 20. So if you'll deduct that from your skill points. Perfect. How about Fatimer? Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to get that upgrade on my new sword.
On your sword, so you have to bump your Valor up. So you need to go from 2 to 3, which will cost you 12 adventure points. Have you got the 12 adventure points?
Yes.
Okay, let's get that. So now your sword will have the that new feature. Let me open it up here. The cleaving. So when you kill a foe, you may immediately attack another foe engaged with you. So again, that's something you'll need to remember, because I'm probably going to forget. So just say, hey, I want to use my sword to have cleaving. I want to hit someone that's also engaged with me. So if you get surrounded or double teamed, that's going to be especially good. Do you want to spend any skill points as well?
Yeah, I'll go from 1 to 2 in Explore.
Explore. Okay. You've got a nice, well-rounded, with your wits, you've got like a red diamond in at least every one of those, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So to go from 1 to 2 is 8 of your skill points. Do you want to spend any more?
No.
Okay. How about Craic? Do you know what you want to do?
I think so. I think I wanted a point of valor.
Okay. So you're going from 1 to 2. So that will cost you 8 adventure points. So down at the bottom, you had 14, so that'll put you at 6. And then you get a reward for that. Now, you do have the Talon of Theradilion. You can take the next reward on that, which would be foe slaying. So if you get a pierce roll against either a troll or undead, their protection roll is ill-favored. Or you can pick a different reward. If you go, again, to the items, kind of where we found the virtues, there's going to be one that says rewards. And you can pick any of those. So close fitting, cutting make, and are for armor, reinforced is for a shield, keen, grievous, and fell are for weapons. And you already have a grievous bow.
Yeah, where's this list
So
at?
if you go to items, it's the little suitcase, and then you'll see
Oh yeah.
characteristics, and then there will be a directory that's called rewards, and you should
Oh, okay.
see all 6 of those there. Or you can unlock that the one on your magic sword. Um, if you want better protection, you can do, or if you want to reduce your load, cunning make will reduce your load of your armor. Close fitting increases your protection roll, so if someone potentially scores a piercing blow on you, it makes it a little more difficult. You do have a buckler. You could take reinforce, that will add 1 to your parry bonus, which makes you harder to hit all the time.
That's a lot of choices.
I know, right?
And then what was the one that's right on the sword? Foe slain?
Yeah, so if you attack a troll or undead, like those ash wraiths, if you get a
Yeah.
piercing blow that would be potentially a wound, their protection roll would be ill-favored, so they are less likely to shrug off your blow. You're more likely to get a piercing blow.
Yeah. I'll just do the one that comes with the
The
sword.
sword? Okay, perfect. The other good thing about bumping up your valor is now if you have to make a valor roll, you get you roll a d12 plus now 2 6-sided die, so you're more likely to shrug off the effects of shadow.
Nice.
Did you want to spend any skill points as well?
Yeah, I was thinking, am I the only healer?
You are. So healing would be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I was thinking of bumping the healing up to 3 then.
Yeah, if you want to go up to 3, it would cost you 12. And I can bump that up for you. There we go. And you had 14, so that'll drop you to 2 skill points. I can go ahead and I'm right there. I'll go ahead and
Thank
write
you.
that for you. Excellent. And how about Vidar?
Yeah, there's a lot of choice in this game, actually.
Oh yeah.
Was it Valor that unlocks the weapon
Yes.
abilities?
Yep. Valor.
Then I think definitely that's what I want to do. I've got enough points to go up to 3.
Nice. So that'll cost you 12 to go up to Valor 3. And then do you want to unlock something on your axe?
Yeah, Drawer's Judgment.
Nice. And so
I must have already upgraded it because I'm Valor 2, but I can't actually remember what I took. Whoops. I didn't write it down.
it might have been. Let's see. I have your rewards. Close fitting. So it was something. Actually, no. You would have started with close fitting. You took Flame of Hope. So now you have all 3 on your your axe. So it came with Superior Grievous. You picked up Flame of Hope. So whenever you hit a target with a weapon blessed by this, everyone in the company recovers 1 point of endurance plus 1 for every 6 rolled. And now you've unlocked Rune Scored Weapon. So when you make an attack roll using a weapon, you ignore the effects of being miserable or weary. And again, these are things you'll have to remind everybody. Hey, everybody, recover 2 endurance points. And also, when you're making an attack, if you're miserable or weary, when it pulls up that second screen where you can add, hope and inspired, there's a slider for, are you weary, are you miserable, and you can click those to take those off.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely good. Since weary seems to be, we're never far from that. Your load is 20, and plus you have 3. Actually, your fatigue is going to go away. So in fact, everyone, because we're stayed here a couple of days, all of your fatigue will drop to 0. There we go. So now your load, Vidar, is 17. So you can take 11 hit points of damage before you become weary.
Yeah, that could theoretically be just 1 hit, if I get unlucky.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Now, does everyone know where to drop their load? I'm on Thranin's. It's next to endurance is load, and there's a little diamond that says fatigue. Just make sure that's 0. That's still from the journey, and you lose 1 point a day. With the fellowship, it's assumed that we're spending several days here, so that's all going to drop off. What about, let's see, so that's going to cost you 12 of your adventure points. And you were at 21.
So that's 9
yeah.
adventure points.
You could, theoretically, you could take a weapon proficiency up to 2.
Yeah. Vidar actually has the 2 in axes. He's the worst axeman in the company, funny enough. You were all 3. I didn't know that. Everyone's like, I'm going to go to 4. And I'm like, wait a minute.
You could go, I mean, you could take... You have a spear, don't you? So you could bump up your spears. So if you throw a spear, you might be more likely.
Ooh, he's thrown his spear like at least half a dozen times, and it always misses. So maybe he's learned something.
You want to bump up spears?
Yeah, I like that for him.
Perfect. So that will cost you 8. So that will leave you at 1. Now you've got 29 skill points to spend.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Is there like if it's I could do 1 or 4 if I wanted. I'm kind of inclined to. It feels like the chances of failing rolls for Vidar have been really high for some reason, so I'm definitely gonna put 1 to 4. I think maybe awe. Oh no, well that's at 3 right now. Hold on.
Scan
2,
would be
sorry.
good.
Yeah, scan actually.
Because I don't think anyone has a scan remotely close to that.
Yeah, scan is a pretty life-saving skill too.
Yeah. Especially now that you have that ring of keys, you get a blessing on scan, so you'll be spotting all sorts of things. That will cost you 20. You've got 9 more. You could take something from 1 to 2, or something you have 0 in. You could go up to 1.
Yeah, I think 1 to 2. Probably awareness to 2.
Okay. So it will cost you 28. That leaves you with 1. 1 skill point,
Perfect.
1 adventure point. And did I miss anybody? I think we got everybody updated.
I had a question.
Yes.
On my special sword, the Talon of
Theridilian.
When I click the edit button and bring up the description, above foe slain, it also says Superior Grievous. Do I have that?
Yeah, so it comes with that one, and I've already added that 1 point to the damage. A sword normally does 4.
Okay.
But it will add 1 or your Valor, and your Valor is now 2, so it's actually going to add an extra 1 to that. So now the damage of your sword just went up to 6.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, even better.
Nice.
Oh, well, sorry. No, that's against your Bane. So it's going to be 5. But if you're attacking an undead or a troll, you'll get an extra point.
Still good.
It won't automate it, so you'll just have to remind me, hey, that goes up by 1.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
so the first one with a famous weapon is always free. The other ones you have to unlock by increasing your Valor.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Excellent. Any other questions?
Yeah, I was also wondering, does our temporary shadow go away too?
No. So that the temporary will stay with you. You do have a chance to well, actually maybe. So there's a table in the book. So if you have marginally interfered with the return of the shadow, you can remove 1 shadow point. If you have actively hindered or damaged the enemy, you can remove up to 2 shadow points. If you have committed feats that would gain the attention of the Dark Lord himself, you can remove up to 3. I think we're at 2. So if everyone wants to reduce your temporary shadow by 2, we can do that. That's one thing that you do during a fellowship phase. And then during Yule, you actually can get rid of all of it. Anyone else need any assistance with the upgrades, or are we all complete there? Excellent. While you are spending some time here, the fellowship phase will end when we realize a couple things. One, we're running low on water. We're going to need at some point today to find a source of water. Now, there are cisterns, there are cracks in the wall, there's moisture seeping through, there's places to find it, but it's not always clean. So as I believe it was Vidar found some water in the second hall, and it was very foul indeed. So you never know just how good or bad that water's going to be, and there's a nice little table in the Moria book that lets us look that up. So we will need to find some water soon. But while we're sitting around, and especially Vidar, as you're looking over the that ring of keys, you might be reminded of something. You might be reminded of when we were in Gathol Sigil, that in like the first adventure that we came to, we found a song written down in Dwarven, and we've added this as the Song of the Hidden Circle to our song list, and you are recalling this song as you look at these keys. Stone has a mouth, yet never speaks. Iron has doors, yet never creaks. Who walks the deeps may pass or stay. What secret hand shall show the way? Not sword, not crown, nor gemlet hoard, but circle wrought of silvered ore. It finds the path no eyes can see, and ever returns to its bearer's knee. One tooth bites iron, old and grim. One shines with Mithril's argent rim. One bears a crown, one axes crossed. One guards the vault of treasure lost. The circle hides what eyes conceal. It shows the clefts of stone and steel. No thief may keep it, none may bind, save gift of hand or end of time. What walks with king, O delver true, forged of fire, born anew. It opens halls, both lost and deep. It goes with kin, yet none may keep. This song is in reference to this ring of keys. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yes, this is an unbelievably glorious find. The key to Moria, in a way.
Essentially, yes, you have the skeleton key to Moria. And you know that Dane Ironfoot and Balin would pay a kingly ransom for this key. Of course, you wouldn't ransom the key to them. I would hope that you would gift it to your fellow dwarves, but this is of inestimable worth to you. Now, from here, we can continue on our way. And just a reminder, what are we doing here? Well, Balin sent us here to see if it would be feasible for dwarves to come here again. But he also asked us to recover two things, the Axe of Durin and the Bell of Azanulbizar. If we could take these two things and show them to Dane, he would lift his restriction on dwarves entering into these halls. And so that is what we are searching, either for clues to their whereabouts, or if they've been destroyed, or if we can actually find them, then we will have more than completed our mission. So now that we've had a chance to recuperate, to rest, we've regained some hope, we've regained some endurance, it's time to get back at it. Let's get into business here. And again, Vidar, you've kind of been responsible for finding water. You know that's one of the first things we need to do. Are you all ready to leave the last redoubt of the dwarves and head back into those mines?
Indeed, yes. Water, pretty key.
Yes, indeed. Fatimer, that's a fine sword that you've found. I'm sure it will serve you well when you're slicing a ham.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It looks like a letter opener. There were scribes down below. Perhaps that's what it was something merely to open correspondence, to break the little wax seal. But Fatimer knows better than that. In fact, have you... the sword has a name in Elvish written along the length of it. I assume that Sting did as well, just they never looked at it. Your sword is called Arachnol. Do you want to keep that name, or do you change its name into something more Hobbit-like?
Well, I'll keep it for the time being, but if a better name finds itself in battle, I will rename the sword.
Every great weapon needs a name. That's why they are famous, because they bear a name. This has a name, but maybe you find a different use for it with your Hobbit sense and keen wit. Now, we have a choice. So we can climb back up. If you remember, we excavated the opening so we could climb down into this redoubt. We can go back up the way we came, or there are some other passages that branch off from here. If you zoom out on the map, kind of the way we came in, there was an entrance hall with 2 passages going to the left and to the right. Do we want to go back up the way we came, or do we want to delve deeper along these courses?
Makes no difference to me.
If we're seeking water, I can have Vidar make a roll for that.
That's what I was going to ask, because I think Vidar is very interested in going deeper. This key is great proof, and technically our mission's like half done at least, but, you know, he's a dwarf. He wants to go deeper, but water is a priority.
Give me a travel roll. This is to kind of assess where on this trip are we likely to find water and how successful can we be. Give me a travel roll, please. Oh, excellent. Easily matched that. Yeah, you kind of test the air. You're smelling it. You're feeling the walls. It seems as though one of those side passages might be the fastest way to water. It seems that there is some damp on the rocks and on the walls. Perhaps there's, some subterranean lake hundreds of feet above you and it's seeping down through here. You think that you may perhaps find a source of water if you take one of those side passages. Indeed, it's the one as you're leaving, it would be to your right, or as you were coming in, it would have been to your left. Do you want to take that path?
Yeah, I think Vidar would bring that up and suggest it.
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Let's go to our Moria Journeys tab right here. So we'll do this as part of the journey. So is everyone where they want to be? Guide, Scout, Lookout, Delver?
Yeah.
All right. Thranin, I need a travel roll to see how well we traverse this path. And you can... I was going to let you add a bonus die if Vidar got any additional successes, but he did not. So it'll be a straight roll for you.
Okay.
Ooh, extraordinary success. Excellent. So let me roll to see who the target is of whatever the encounter may be. It's going to be the Lookout. It's going to be Fatimer. And Fatimer, do you want to roll the die to see what it will be? If you want to do that, in the chat bar, you can do /R space 2DFKH. Roll 2 and keep the highest one. Yeah, the 8 would be much better than the 1. Okay, so with the 8, the endlessly branching stairs and passages. Now, as our Lookout, it would be easy to get lost in here. So if you fail, this will add length to our journey, and then we will need to find water that day. Otherwise, we will find a random chamber, and I've got a little thing here on Foundry that will automate that for us, and we'll see if that's where we find water. So, no pressure, but can you give us that awareness roll? Ooh, you needed a 16 and you got a 16. Okay. Let me make us an encounter here, or a room. Okay, after nearly a day of journey, Fatimer, you see a storeroom up ahead. It's actually quite well stocked, which strikes you as odd, because dwarves haven't been here for 1,000 years, goblins and orcs have been here for quite some time, yet here's a room, it seems to be intact.
Okay, I will look around, I guess.
Give me an enhearten roll. Well, first off, that's going to raise the eye awareness. As you look through here, you find several casks of fine stout, a very rich ale that would put hair on your chest and meat on your bones. It's very, very dark, very rich, caramely. You don't know how old this thing is, but it smells good. And as the lookout, the group has probably wandered. They're wandering through the passageway, being led by Thranin, and you're maybe darting up front and checking side passages. And down one of these side passages is where you find this. Now you're hungry, you're thirsty. We're running low, and here's this delicious barrel of stout. It's probably got 2 gallons in there. It's kind of a small dwarven barrel. This is a fine stout, not some common tavern filth.
Does anything seem off about it?
Well, the only thing that seems off is that what is this doing here? Why has this not been ransacked and raided?
Can I check for signs of anything being in the room?
Yes,
recently?
give me a scan roll. It doesn't look like anything has been in here. In fact, there's dust on the floor and dust on everything in here, except for that barrel. I mean, there's not been tapped into. It still looks to be intact, and you shake it, and it's still got liquid in there. Now you are by yourself. You could always get the others, but this could be a rare find for you.
I'll tell them what I found. I'll bring them in here.
Okay, give me a wisdom roll. Okay. Who do you go and get? Everyone or just someone?
I'll get everyone.
How do you tell them about this find?
I'll just tell them that while I was scouting ahead, I found this room, and it seems to have some drink in it.
Not just drink. There are many hardtack provisions, salted pork in here, just wonderful things. In fact, there's even a crate of fresh vegetables. You've not had a fresh vegetable in who knows how long. Weeks at least.
All the way down here? That's very strange.
Well, yes, I thought so, but, after further investigation, nothing seems off about the room.
Well, yes, I wouldn't doubt a hobbit to follow their grumbling tummy.
And Fatimer, you don't realize it, but you've just taken a point of shadow.
Oh.
Craic, give me a roll as you look at this. This is going to be a scan roll as you look over this find, this storeroom.
Okay, do I get the bonus from my lantern?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. As you look this over, you see that it is exactly as Fatimer described. There is this storeroom. There's not even a door on the storeroom. It's just an archway. It leads in, and there's stone shelves kind of carved into the wall, and there's just stuff stacked in here. There's the only prints you see in the dust on the ground are from Fatimer, kind of going to and fro as Fatimer inspected all the wares. You don't see any other animal tracks or no signs of traps, nothing in here like that. Give me a wisdom roll as well.
Yeah.
You will also take a point of shadow.
No.
And I'll put that on your character under temporary.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that was temporary.
Yeah.
Could Frór make a scan roll? In his mind, he's thinking the only thing that would keep orcs at bay is Durin's Bane. Is there any signs of more ashen corpses of dwarves?
To do that, you're going to need to get down on your hands and knees and kind of crawl under some of these things, move some boxes apart. It'll take a little bit of work. You're going to be touching these things. Are you okay to touch these things and get up close to them?
Well, I suppose I'd like to know if something as evil as that is about. It would likely be to our benefit to know about it.
No, there's definitely some foul sorcery afoot.
And that is exactly what you suspect is going on here. That this is not real. We're seeing an illusion or something.
Yeah.
And Frór, give me a scan roll as you search. Perhaps the axe is keeping this room safe by some magical mean. Give me a wisdom roll. Ooh, almost. And you will take a point of shadow as well, Frór, as you look around. Now, Vidar and Thranin, you see the other three. They're in this room, and they're looking at all this stuff, and you can see a kind of a look in their eye of wariness, of something doesn't smell right in here, but it seems safe from where you are. Let me have the two of you give me a scan roll.
Ooh, nice.
So I was waiting for a great success or an extraordinary success, and you both got it. You both see two things. There is some carving along the inside of the arch, and it's worn nearly smooth. It's almost like the rock has had many handprints on this one spot, but there is a carving there, and there's a Dwarven rune, and it's very difficult to see. Only with that great success do you see it. And the rune says danger. It's the Dwarven sign for danger.
Can I touch it where it looks like it's been touched?
Sure. Do you put your hand up there?
Sure.
Give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Not wise.
You will take a point of shadow. That'd be a temporary point. If you go down to your shadow, in the little box that says temporary, put a 1 in there. As you put your hand on there is a flash in the room. And all of the what you saw were boxes, barrels, their bodies, their bones, rib cages, denuded femurs, strips of dried and desiccated tendon. Fatimer, that barrel that you were holding of fine ale is the skull and upper vertebra of some sort of orc, long dead. Vidar, you're the only one that has not taken shadow from this. You maybe take a step back. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, coming in with Thranin and seeing that happen is a little odd. I don't think Vidar would be keen to repeat it, but, well, so was this just for Thranin, by the way, that the vision cleared, or is this
No, for everyone. Everyone saw that.
Right.
As you put your hand on that rune, there was a flash, and everyone saw these horrible things there.
So then I guess
Fighter would examine the rune. You know what? I'm going to back that up. Because you have not... Okay, so you're the only one that sees it. Everyone else, I forgot, they failed their wisdom roll. So you see everyone holding, a head of cabbage and a crate of hardtack, and Fatimer is, caressing this barrel, but you see it as skulls and bodies and rib cages and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty horrifying. I think Vidar would just try to make sense of the runes. Obviously, this is some kind of horrible evil.
Give me a lore roll.
I will do that. Oh, hold on. When I clicked it, it went blue. That was weird. I just right-clicked it, and it went back to normal. Oh, wow.
At least it wasn't an eye. Yeah, looking at this is some sorcery, and you don't know what this could be, but this is not Dwarven at all. This room was probably used for something else, and something has corrupted it.
Yikes. Well, I guess Vidar would, excuse me. Jeez, I'm also a little ill. Vidar would probably examine the rest of the room to see what maybe is the source of this. It's all just bodies? There's, what's drawing people here? Is obviously the sorcery, but,
We don't see what Vidar sees?
No, only Vidar sees that. The rest of you, you're looking through, here's a small crate. There's fresh carrots in here. Like, such a strange thing. And you're okay to think it's strange, but he would see you, picking up a couple of arm bones of some humanoid creature, not carrots.
Thranin will smack the ale barrel out of Fatimer's hands and say, "This room is cursed."
As you smack that down, Fatimer, you see this delicious barrel of ale hit the ground and split open, and the ale spill all over the floor. And Thranin, you see the same thing. Vidar, you see him knock this skull out of Fatimer's hands, hitting the ground and just becoming pulverized into fragments and dust and skull shrapnel all over the floor.
I think Fatimer would start pouting. He's very upset.
'Tis an illusion.
Thranin, give me a riddle roll. Oh, there we go. Yes, automatic success. 'Tis an illusion, you say, and immediately you see it for what it is. You see the bones and bits of bodies and the decay in this room. That spell is broken over you. Fatimer, you're probably down on your hands and knees trying to sop up some of that liquid. So Thranin and Vidar, the two of you see this for what it is. Let me have Craic also give me a riddle roll.
Yeah, I'd probably say to Vidar, why do you have such a strange look on your face? What's wrong?
Why do you look with horror? Look at this. I found pie.
It is not pie.
Oh, just missed.
Oh, just missed.
What do you mean? It's not pie.
It's bodies.
You've been bewitched.
Bewitched by who?
Vidar, give me an awareness roll.
So many ones today.
Whew. Thranin, give me an awareness roll as well. Thranin, you hear the sound before anyone else. And it's coming from the ceiling of this room. The top of the room, it's stone. It's like stone blocks that have been mortared into place. And from the mortar, at first it looks like dust drifting down, as though some vibration had shaken some of that mortar loose. And as the dust comes down, it forms almost like a sheet of white powder. And then you see a form in that white powder. And it is a wraith. We're gonna
shoot it, Fatimer.
We're gonna have a battle. Let me drag us into combat here. Only those who are not bewitched. So this is Vidar and Thranin. You can do an opening volley if you choose.
I have no missile weapons.
Thranin, do you throw your spear with your new improved skill? Or we can go right into close combat.
I think you meant Vidar.
Or
did
sorry,
I miss?
yeah, so Vidar, do you throw your spear?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. He's pretty disgusted by this. I used to be able to find like a combat button, but I don't know where that is anymore. I can just roll the skill on my sheet.
Yeah,
but
if you just
I
click
did like
on your
that.
token, then does it put up the little combat tab up at the top?
I see tabs, but it's like I used to have like underneath all of the characters, there was like a swords button you could click and it opened all your weapons. And that doesn't seem to be here anymore. I don't know if I just got rid of that myself or what, but it's not particularly important. Can you just still roll it through your sheet?
So that is a hit with your spear. Let's see.
Oh, it is.
What is your? So you finally hit something.
Yeah.
Let's check your spear out here. So your spear does 3 damage, and I don't think that was a piercing blow. No, so not a piercing blow, but 3 damage as your spear passes through that wraith. And give me 1 second. Okay, 3 damage to the wraith. Okay, and now we're going to get into the close combat phase. So those that want to... Oh, I don't have someone... Who am I missing? I don't have...
If we didn't break the illusion, we can't see him.
Oh, there we go. Now I got it. No, you'll see him now. You will have... you'll be ill-favored on attack rolls against it for at least for the first round. There we go. Vidar, are you going to stay in ranged combat?
No, I would move him up. Yeah.
Okay. You want to do forward stance, open stance?
Yeah.
There we go. The first thing that happens is after you throw this, the Fell Wraith has an ability called Thing of Terror. So at the start of the first round of battle, everyone in sight of this creature will gain 3 shadow points. You can make a Valor roll. If you succeed on your Valor roll, then you will reduce that by your successes. If you fail your Valor roll, you are daunted and cannot spend hope for the rest of the fight. So you want to make this Valor roll. Yeah, this is a big one. All right, so Vidar, you'll take 3 shadow. And everyone will do this.
Could I, if I spend a point of hope, could I use my stern feature here, or my distinctive feature, or wary? Either one.
Yes, I think wary would probably fit better. Oof, Fatimer, you take 3 shadow. Craic, you take 3 shadow. Frór, you take no shadow. So you got a regular success, a great success, and an extraordinary success. You reduce all 3 of those, so you take 0 shadow, and you can spend hope during the fight. And did I have Vidar make a valor roll? And Vidar, you will take 3 shadow as well. And during this fight, the only one that can spend hope is Frór. Vidar, you are up first.
Yeah, and as like the spear is leaving his hand, he's already going for his axe and charging at this thing.
If you want to target him and then swing away. Oh, man, the 10 was amazing. The other 2 were not.
Yeah.
How about Craic? What do? You will be, for this first round, you'll be ill-favored on your roll.
Okay. Wraiths are undead, though, right?
They are.
So I will get the Superior Grievous and the Foe Slain on the attack, though, right?
Yes, you will. So the Superior Grievous, it'll do 1 additional or 2 additional points of damage. And with the other, if you score a piercing blow, then his defense roll will be ill-favored.
Okay.
Nice, great success. You can make that a piercing blow.
So I click on Pierce and then.
Oh, let's see. Did you click? There we go. Hang on.
Did I do that right?
I don't think it took your pierce. It should have. So I'll give it a roll here. Make sure your sword has piercing on there. Yeah. Because you got a 6. So it'll take the 9. So that should be a piercing blow. So your injury rating is 19. He's going to take 6 points of damage, but let's mark that off. And then he needs to make a protection roll. It'll be ill-favored. He needs to beat a 19. Worst. Okay, he will take a wound. He has Deathless. He can spend 1 hate to cancel a wound. So he's going to spend a point of his hate to cancel that wound, but he will take the damage from that.
Nice.
Perfect. Thranin. Oh, Gandalf ruined.
Clickety-clack.
Gandalf
Kansas City,
ruined.
Missouri.
And you can make it a heavy blow, too.
Mighty blow.
Nice. So let's make a protection roll. He is going to spend another point of hate. Drop into 2. He takes 13 damage, which he will then spend Deathless. When an attack inflicts damage to the creature that would cause it to go to 0, spends a hate to go back to his full endurance instead. This is ineffective against a magical weapon enchanted with spells for the Bane of the Undead, like the Talon of Therodilion. So he goes back up to full endurance. You're whittling down his hate, though. Frór.
Get him, Ghostbane.
Oh, okay. That is also going to be another protection roll. And he's going to spend that hate.
Oh, actually, I think I was supposed to be ill-favored. I forgot to add that on, so I can roll another d10.
Yeah, roll one more d10. If you get a 9 or a 10, then we'll keep...
Or d12. What is for the feet die? What is the...
DF. So /R space 1DF, like feet die. Ooh, a 6. Okay, so the wound won't happen, but he will take the 5 damage. Nice.
All right, that is Frór's turn.
And he'll keep that hate. Fatimer, with your bow. Or do you charge? Oh, I guess you're in rearward, so it would be with your bow. I'm just going to assume you're going to wound him. Oh, no. Look at that. Uh-huh. The Fell Wraith. The Fell Wraith is going to take its pitted blade. It's going to attack one of the characters in forward stance. So I'm going to roll a 3-sided die. 1 is Vidar, 2 is Craic, 3 is Thranin. Thranin, it's coming after you with a pitted sword. And it will hit you for 4 damage. I'm going to apply that to you. Excellent. And we go to the next round. Does anyone want to change stances?
No.
Will we no longer be ill-favored this time?
Yes, no longer ill-favored. And you now sense that there's the sense of magic is keying off on you, that you have been bewitched by something in here. So Vidar, you're up first. Nice. Oh, not nice. Darn it. Craic, you're up next.
Okay. I still can't use any hope, right?
Right. Not until this thing is dead.
So, just take a swing.
Oh, great success. You can't make it a piercing blow, but you can do a heavy blow.
Okay.
Nice. It's going to spend a point of hate and go up to maximum endurance. Thranin. Nice. Let me make a protection roll. Thranin, how do you do it?
Just straight down the middle. Old-fashioned dwarf style.
As you do, the spell is broken, and all of the food and ale items, you see them for what they are. The victims of people that have come into this dwarven trap. This was placed here long ago for whatever purpose you do not know. It may have even been as a prank on a fellow dwarf, but the malevolent nature of this room of deception has caused one of these creatures to rise up as a fell wraith, but you have now put it down, and in doing so the spell is broken. But there is also no water in here.
Thranin will walk over to Fatimer and take his bow and turn it the other way around and give it back to him. That wasn't like you, Hobbit.
Shooting behind you. Let's do another travel roll. And yes, we find water. So let me find my water table. And Vidar, roll a feat die. So /R space 1DF.
Who?
1. Okay, you do find water. It's not far from this room, and as you had a first go around with some bad water, so you're probably on your guard. And as you look at this water, give me a scan roll. Again, last time you smelled it, you felt it. Did it feel oily or greasy?
I mean, I can't even really remember.
Yeah, give me a scan roll.
A lot of ones tonight.
A lot of ones, man. This water, there's something very familiar about it. You think you've seen water like this, and you keep thinking about that second hall. This looks very similar, feels similar. I mean, water's water, but this has a certain viscosity to it that just doesn't feel right. But it is wet. It does smell okay. Do you drink it?
I don't know if it smells good. I've got a dwarf's constitution.
If you want to drink it, let me know. If not, you can continue the search for water, and everyone will take 1 point of fatigue.
It doesn't seem like something we could boil to make better or anything like that.
You could definitely do that if you want to put some. I'm sure Fatimer has a little cast iron, a little cauldron or a little pot or something. You could try boiling some down. You want to do that? As you boil it for some time, many minutes, you let it cool. You know that this typically will make clean water from filthy water, or at least water that doesn't make you sick. Who wants to drink this?
Anyone?
I'll drink it.
All right. Give me a wisdom roll. Well, it tastes pretty good. It's a little stale, but it seems okay. And the rest of you see Fatimer drink it and nod his head a little bit, maybe take another drink, and yeah, this seems all right. You could make tea out of this if you wanted to. It seems good enough for that. There's no foul taste. There's that greasy texture is perhaps just in your imagination. But importantly, you have water, and you will not take that point of fatigue. Everyone else drink?
Yeah, I'll have some.
Yeah, give me a wisdom roll as well.
Could I make a riddle roll, perhaps, to think of where this water might be sourced from, where it's coming from?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
So you got an extraordinary success, but you did get an Eye of Sauron, which will increase the eye awareness. Frór, as you look at this, maybe as it's boiling and the others are drinking from it, you see that there is a small fissure in the wall, and it seems to have seeped down there, and it's left some deposits on the wall, like mineralization on there. And you touch it and maybe crumble some of those deposits and smell it. It smells like sulfur. It smells like something very, very foul And in fact, it smells a lot like that room, the redoubt of the dwarves, where you spent a few days recovering at the beginning of this session.
Well,
let's get a little wide at that.
Yes. Do I think that this might be more illusion, or what? What do I think it could?
Give me a wisdom roll. Yeah, give me a wisdom roll. You can add 1 bonus die to your wisdom roll. Oh man, I thought you were going to have that. You don't know where it came from, but this smell, I mean, it smells like those charred bodies smelled, or like whatever great flame came through there smelled. It's definitely off. It's not a fresh spring. It's passed through something or been tainted by something. But what it is, you're not sure. Do you drink?
No. Knowing this, I think I will risk the fatigue.
So you'll take 1 point of fatigue. How about Thranin and Vidar? Do you drink?
Yep.
I think Vidar has great trust in Frór. Maybe he won't, but good to have somebody test it.
Yeah, give me a wisdom roll. Are you weary, Frór?
No, I accidentally typed too many in there, so I only have 1 fatigue. I accidentally put too
10,
much in there.
Not 10 fatigue. All right, and Vidar, if you want to, if you're trusting to drink it, you can make a wisdom roll as well.
I failed mine.
Okay, perfect. How about Vidar? Do you chug this, or do you take the fatigue?
Vidar would follow Frór's lead in this.
And not drink it? Okay.
Yeah, and I took the fatigue.
Excellent. But you found some water, but you're unsure of the source, and so you perhaps wisely choose not to partake of that. Let's do one more travel event before we get to our destination. This is going to be the Scouts. So this will be Craic and Frór. Let me roll this for us.
I think Frór has better explore than me.
Watchful eyes. So if you fail on your scouting roll, whoever rolls this will gain 1 point of shadow, and the eye awareness will go up. Frór, that's, if you want to roll that, that's you. It's an explorer. I think you just improved your explorer.
Yes, and I would like to use my spyglass as I'm surveying the chambers ahead.
Excellent.
A lot of dice.
Nice. Great success. You don't take any shadow. We don't raise the eye awareness. As you're peering ahead, you spot movement up ahead. Looks like a single solitary figure. They're small, maybe the size of Fatimer, but half as chubby as Fatimer is. Very skinny and small. We might think of like Gollum if this were, Lord of the Rings. It's about that size, maybe a little bit bigger, but not by much. It's not, slithering on the ground or crawling, but it's standing upright, but moving very, very quietly. But sure enough, you see that movement with a great success.
Well, yes, Craic, do you know what that creature ahead might be? And I will give him my spyglass that he might see it better.
Craic, as you look through, you can either give me a hunting roll, if you think that it might be a creature that you have seen before, or if you don't trust that, you can give me a riddle roll.
I'll give it a hunting roll. See what we can do here.
It looks like a goblin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, very small, very silent. Does not seem to have noticed us, or if it has, it's not giving any indication of it. It's kind of distant. It's probably a good 200 paces from where you are, down a relatively straight passageway. There's a little bit of a decline in slope, and the walls are not perfectly straight and smooth. It looks like they've bulged inwards a little bit, and then there has been some reinforcing in a few areas, some timbers to shore up the ceiling. The timbers are badly rotted, but they still seem to be doing their job.
Like a little goblin to me, at least one. There might be others, though.
Well, where there's one goblin, there's likely many.
Yep.
What do you do with that information?
Do we try to go after him?
I would leave that up to you, though. It might be in our best interest to alert the others that we tread carefully if we do want to go after it.
Yeah. Is it, was it going towards the same direction we're going?
Yeah, it seems to be traveling in roughly the same direction. There's a chance it knows its way around here. It's probably not wandering relatively aimlessly like we are, so maybe it could lead us somewhere important. But if it knows we're here, maybe it's leading us into a trap.
That's true. Yeah, let's tell the others. See what everyone wants to do.
Yes, little Fatimer, tread carefully there. There seems to be goblins ahead of us.
Do you send the Hobbit sneaking towards the goblin, being as stealthy as can be? It seems to have worked in the past.
Well, I wouldn't ask that of little Fatimer, but if he should choose to do so, I think that would be rather brave of you, Fatimer.
Okay.
Love the confidence.
Okay. Do you want to sneak after him?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, give me your best stealth roll. Do you spend hope on this? You could use your burglary distinctive feature on this.
Okay.
Nice. As you begin to follow this goblin, he gives no indication that he's aware of your presence. And he's walking along, and you can hear him kind of clicking in his mouth. And then he stops, smells the air, turns a few times, and you crouch down behind some rocks. And he clicks a few more times, begins to walk down the passageway again. How close do you want to get to him? That clicking sound, it's loud because it's quiet and echoes in this chamber. But it doesn't seem like he's trying to do it quietly or secretly. He's just making this noise.
Can I hear anything else in the direction that he's heading?
Yeah, give me an awareness roll. You don't hear anything else, but you see him turn off down a side passage. Again, he doesn't stop and look. He's touching the wall, and he makes a few clicks, and then he takes a few steps forward, comes back, and then turns to the right and begins to head down this side passageway. If you continue to follow him at this point, you're going to be about 200 to 300 feet away from your companions. You're welcome to follow, or you could go back. Depends on how far away you want to get from them. You would be out of their view if you go down that side passage.
I guess I'll head back then. Can I, like, inspect the wall where he was touching?
Give me a scan roll. Now, I'm assuming you do not have a torch or something. It's really hard to be stealthy if you're walking down a hallway carrying a torch. So this is going to be a lot by feel.
Okay.
So this will be... okay. I was going to say you need a great success, but you got a Gandalf rune. That's just as good. As you are running your hands along kind of the side of the passageway, you feel some scrape marks. They've not been carved in here like with a chisel, but maybe with a blade or something. A few little scrape marks, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Make a riddle roll. Oh, so close, yet so far.
I'll head back then.
Okay. You return and report this information to the others. He's now... You don't know how fast he's going down that side passage. Presumably you could still follow him. He's not trying to be stealthy, but he may be out of your reach at this point.
Is it possible that clicking sound was him sending out communication signals to other goblins in the area?
Could be.
It could have been. I didn't hear anything else, but that is possible.
There were no response type sounds?
No, didn't hear anything in response. You tell them about the marks by the door?
Yeah.
The dwarves are probably keen to know if they were of dwarven make. You don't think so. You didn't see them, but they felt really rough, not smoothly chiseled or carved. These were very crudely carved in there. Do you guys want to follow him or continue on down the same direction you were headed, but just go past that little side tunnel? Or do you lie in wait, or what do you do?
I hate making decisions. I hate to let a goblin live, but at the same time...
Well, yeah, I'm curious where he was going, but at the same time, I don't want him to take us so far away from the path we're already on. So I don't know.
Although, perhaps if we were to capture one of these goblins, we could have it or interrogate it for information about the artifacts that we seek.
True. Yeah. Yeah, we could try that.
If he is a lone goblin, it should be relatively easy to capture him. You want to chase him down?
All right. I like that plan.
Do you put out the lights? Do you go in the dark?
Can dwarves see in the dark?
I don't think so, because so in Moria there's a lot of like mirrors and lanterns and things, so they needed light. They just aren't bothered by the darkness like other people might be.
Well, perhaps we could have the most of us stay back with some light, and if there's any braver adventurers, Fatimer, that might want to look ahead a little bit, they could alert us to any coming danger before it reaches us, that we might quickly put out our light.
Well, our lanterns are more like bullseye lanterns,
yeah, so
aren't they?
You could close them down and open them up as needed.
so they won't be like illuminating the whole area around
Right.
us. So we could maybe get away with using one of those or so.
Because you could, cover it quickly so that
Yeah.
light doesn't get out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So do you head down to that side passage?
Right. Let's go.
Let me have
Sounds like it.
let me have our Delver make a craft roll. Vidar, if you would make a craft roll for us, please.
Oh, no pressure.
As Fatimer points out those little scrape marks in the wall.
I'm honestly happy there was no ones.
Right?
That's all I can ask.
It's going up. Yeah, you look at these. These are clearly not of Dwarven make, but you don't know if it's a symbol. Like it's not a Dwarven mining symbol. It's not a Dwarven rune. It doesn't even look really like a goblin rune. It's just 5 perfectly vertical lines. Well, not perfectly. It's carved crudely, but they look like they're straight up and down lines. 5 of them. And you put your finger in, and it goes in maybe like a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 an inch. They're not uniform. Some are a little deeper than the others. You don't know what this could be. Make a riddle roll, Vidar.
Second favorite thing to hear.
Again,
No
ones,
ones.
2s and 3s. So, yeah, no idea what this could be. Do you head down that side passage?
Let's go.
Indeed, lead the way.
I'm going to take us to a new map.
Who did you say that to?
Oh, whoever wants to lead the way, I suppose.
Let me get this map set up. And we'll activate it. There we go.
I'm too noisy. I'll watch the rear guard.
After a moment, the passageway doglegs to the right slightly and continues on down until it looks like you can see just at the edge of your vision, or if you shine the lantern down there, it looks like maybe some it opens up into something larger, and maybe steps leading down, but you won't know until you get a little closer.
Okay. Can I stealth my way up there?
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
I'll put a little hope in. No!
Oh, she.
Oh, that doesn't make me fail, though, right?
Yeah, so the 10, because you're favored, so it takes the 10 instead. So that is a great success. So as you get up there, I'm going to move your token up there, and I'm going to open up a little bit of that fog of war so that you can see.
Oh, I thought we were going the other way.
Let me just remove some of this here. Give me a moment. Let's go right to there. So as it opens up, give me a lore roll, Craic, as you see this. Awesome. You nailed it. So you know, and you've probably heard of the beauty of Moria at its height. There were glades of flowering stone. The dwarves had built a garden under the mountain. But you know that the cave gardens of King Thrym, and I'm going to type that out for us. King Thrym.
I think these are the cave gardens of King Thrym.
Well done. The King Thrym, these were one of the wonders of the ancient world. Dwarves exploring the tunnels of the Misty Mountains found a vast natural cavern and made it into a beautiful garden, wild and wet and bright. They sowed herbs and rare plants here too, so that wounded dwarves might find solace. And that is why you know about it, because as a healer, you know that this was Dwarven healing, a place of Dwarven healing. Give me an awareness roll. Oh, double Gandalf.
Killing it.
2 in a row. You hear splashing, and just at the edge of your vision, you see the goblin down. There's like a pool of water, and you see him reach his hand in and pull it out, and he's got this pale little fat-bellied fish, and he immediately starts to bite at it and eat it while it's wriggling in his hands.
There he is. Down there in the water.
Let me grab a goblin token. I'll put one out there for us. He's right there.
Can't we just kill it? Do we have to catch it?
So now what do you do? Is this Hobbit work? Send Fatimer in?
Well, I would volunteer, but these old bones are not as stealthy as they once were.
What do we have anything? Is there any kind of natural light coming down in here, in this hall?
Yes, not where you are. Let me uncover a little bit of the fog of war on here, where there's a little light coming down. Give me 1 second.
That way we could turn off the lantern so we don't give ourselves away, maybe.
So you see a little bit of light off in the distance, high up. And it seems to be coming down from up above. It must be daytime up above. And it's reflecting off of the tip of, looks like maybe a stone stalagmite or perhaps even a tower. You can't quite tell from here. That light, let me uncover just a little bit more. You see some reflection down on the ground. Go right there. Looks like there's more water and maybe some sort of stonework. There's this, looks like a bridge pathway in front of you. Right here you could cross to get to that goblin, but off in the distance there's another one with maybe a small building or something out into the water.
I guess I'll try to sneak across this thing.
That's going to be another stealth roll to get across that.
Is that what I should do?
I think that you would stand the best chance of sneaking up on this thing and perhaps capturing it.
These timid dwarves standing back and letting the others do all the heavy lifting.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I would love to volunteer, but again, my stealth, it's not what it used to be.
Okay.
Do you guys
Yeah.
do anything to try like a diversion or something?
That's good.
Or do you want to, if you can get across, then maybe a diversion that'll aid you to sneak up behind him and grab him? Problem is, you just got to get across there first.
Yeah.
Frór can stand at the ready, and when if Craic wants to signal, he will cause some commotion that will hopefully draw the goblin's attention.
Yeah, that would maybe get him to look over here or something, and then I'll come up behind him and grab him. So I guess I'm going to try to go across this little bridge outcrop. So definitely putting hope into that.
Do you have a distinctive feature that might let you be inspired on this?
Um,
You rolled a 10. Excellent. You got it. Didn't even need the distinctive feature. You you get across. There's some slick spots here, and you're very cautious because you know one misstep and you could slip and fall, or worse, slip and fall into the river. But you managed to get
Right.
across, and now that you're across, you can see a little bit more. Even though you probably don't have your light, you can kind of sense a little bit more about what's there. Let me uncover just a little bit more of it. And you see that there is looks like buildings and much overgrowth here. The gardens are now either dead or riotously overgrown. Some plants have thrived after the fall of Moria and grew far beyond their appointed sections. Others probably perished due to lack of light. They're a wilderness now, and mosses and ferns cluster around the few patches of sunlight that filter down from the cleft above. In the lightless sections of the garden, mushrooms and slimes have feasted on the rotting plants and now rule where flowers and trees once held sway. There is likely enough edible material here to sustain travelers, allowing expeditions to replenish their supplies. The goblin did not take notice of you as you crept across there. You also see, just across the river, you can see a passageway. It's right here. A little side tunnel. And it's not large. It's not... You would have to crouch to get through that tunnel. It's basically goblin-sized. Does someone else try and sneak across to help Craic, or are we going to start the commotion, or is Craic just going to sneak up and grab the goblin?
I was thinking I'd give a little signal that I was ready.
Yeah, my stealth is garbage.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually succeed a stealth roll.
Not without a Gandalf rune. Fatimer,
Anybody
do you want
else
to sneak across?
saying-
You might be able to make it, Fatimer.
Okay, sure.
Do you spend hope?
Nice.
You don't need it. You don't need it. Fatimer, you get across to the other side as well. And again, you see those spots where the goblin stepped, where Craic stepped, and you're very cautious. You just fly right over that bridge and end up over there. Okay, now, what's the plan?
I was thinking that they'd make a little noise, so Goblin maybe would look at them and be distracted, and we'd come up behind it, down here and grab him.
Who makes the noise?
Thranin will blow a big old dwarf fart
Nice.
that echoes.
It resounds like a orc battle horn, or like a trombone. As you slide like a slide whistle. Using your hand, which we all hope you wash now. But as you do a little glissando, the goblin looks up quickly. Mom, and in that moment, Craic and Fatimer, if you choose, you can make another stealth roll with. If you're not favored, make it favored. If you're favored, you can add 1d6. Nice. Fatimer gets down there, no problem. And wow. Okay. You both get down there. You can both lay hands on this thing. It's going to be a brawling roll. And if the two of you work together, only one of you needs to roll it, but you can get a bonus die on it. I think you both have a 1 in brawling. Yep. But I think Fatimer's target number is 16. Craig's is 14. So, Craic, if you want to make the brawling roll, while Fatimer helps, you can add a bonus die to that.
Okay.
Nice. He's very slippery, but you got it. You get a hold of him, and he hisses, "No! No! Let us go! Let us go!"
Yeah, I'm going to cover his mouth as soon as I'm able.
What do you cover it with?
My hand at first, and then...
He's going to bite your hand, and you feel him biting. Do you let him bite down on your hand, or what do you do?
Oh, God. Don't I have a handkerchief or something? Can I, headbutt him from the back of the head?
Yeah, you don't even need to roll for that. You just drive down, headbutt him, and you hear a little oof, and he stops. And then he says, "I didn't steal nothing. I just listen. Listening ain't stealing."
I didn't say you stole anything. We just want to talk to you.
Oh, old Snit ear, he's in trouble now. Oh, and he begins to tremble as though he's about to cry. So his name is Snit ear.
Oh, well, we're not gonna hurt you if we don't have to, Snit ear.
Oh, you don't have to. The Eye Orcs already do. They beat us. They take our food. They say the mountain's not ours. Are you with them?
No, we're not with them.
Oh, well, they're planning something big, a big march, a big killing, but not for you, for us.
What do you mean by a big killing?
To the goblins?
Yes. Granny says that the Eye Orcs are coming to Goblin Town. They're going to take us all. I can take you there if you like. To Goblin Town.
The Eye Orcs? You mean the Mordor Orcs?
Oh, yes. Big, smelly lot they are. Not like you. No. You're very, very good looking, and you smell nice. And you, and sniffs Fatimer, you smell like cake. Let us go. I show you where not to go here in the gardens. I show you the places of great danger. I'll catch you fish. Just let us go.
While they're interrogating, Thranin's going to check the water.
Give me a scan roll as you check the water.
Hopefully it's all right there. We're fishing it.
Oh, I forgot to add my extra dice. Damn it.
You can roll an extra die, and I'll add it to your 50. You just need to get a 2 or higher. Do a /R space 1d6.
Oh.
Well, that was close. That was R /. Just reverse those, and you'll have it. There we go. Ooh, and a 3. You succeed. Yeah, as you peer down, you can see these fish. These fish are attracted to the light of the lantern, and they are very pale. They look almost like catfish. We might call them catfish, but very pale, pink eyes, probably very poor vision, but a keen sense of smell. They seem to come up to the shore to see what might be there.
Is the water fresh?
Give me a riddle roll and add 2 bonus die to it.
Jeez.
You think if there's fish living in it, it must be fresh. It must
I'll
be
fill
clean.
up my water skin.
Perfect. Vidar, what about you? What are you doing? Do you cross over?
Yeah.
Snit Ear says, "These gardens, there are many dangers. Do not go into the tower." Snit Ear saves you the trouble. There's nothing good there. Trust me.
The tower?
Yes, over there. And he points kind of off to the
Right.
east. Do you shine your light over there?
This thing?
He says, no,
Green.
in the dark.
Oh.
Do you shine your light over there?
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to reveal
Yes.
some more stuff here. Kind of what you see if you start looking around. And grab all this. Sorry, I should just make a bigger tool. One more swipe, I should about have it.
Oh,
He says, there's the tower.
this thing.
Great danger in that tower.
What's up there?
A plant. The blood vine. It grabs goblins who stray too close and eats them. The garden palace of Thrym Thistlebeard stands on a rise overlooking the gardens. The tower is a spike of stone and is now surrounded by a forest of huge toadstools the size of mighty oak trees. The orcs believe it to be a haunted place and do not go there. The mushrooms are eerie but do not seem to be dangerous. However, you have been warned about the interior of the tower.
Perhaps we should ask him about those markings we had seen earlier.
Yeah, good idea.
Markings? Where? Back by
Etched.
tunnel entrance?
Yeah, etched into the cave wall.
And he goes, that's how we know our ways. We leave goblin marks. Scratches. I counts them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counts them out loud to myself. The 5th tunnel from the way we came is the way to the caves of Thrym Thistlebeard. Now, one thing, Craic, that you noticed, this large building here, you know a little bit about this garden already. You passed your lore roll. You know that in ancient days the dwarves maintained a house of healing, where the wounded might find rest and succor amid living things. And while dwarves lacked the magical healing arts of the elves, they applied their craft to medicine with the same diligence they showed in other fields. At its height, the surgeons of Moria had great knowledge of anatomy and wielded the keenest blades and scalpels. The House of Healing also had greenhouses and herb gardens where medicinal plants were cultivated.
So there could be things of much interest in there.
Nothing in there to eat, nothing of interest, no. Just books.
That's of interest to me. Good knowledge of healing.
King's foil.
Yeah, exactly. Might be worth a look.
You let me go now? I tell you about this place, now Snittir may go?
Where did you say your tribe was located?
Goblin Town, and he points down to the little tunnel over here.
And if we were to go there, we wouldn't be accosted?
You are not orcs. Orcs look down upon us. They use us, they enslave us, they make us do the tasks that they do not wish to do. But we have found a place. They leave us alone for the most part. Sometimes they come demanding tribute or workers, and we do it because they protect us from worse things. We have a settlement, a village, a town. Was once dwarven settlements, fine houses for the dwarves, now fine houses for goblins. And he looks at Thranin, Vidar, and Frór and grins, and you can see he's missing a few teeth, and the ones that he has are very sharp and pointy.
I don't know that he tells the truth. It might be dangerous to go down to Goblin Town.
Yeah. They might have the information we seek, though, about the items we seek.
That is true.
It could be worth talking to. I don't know that he can help us, but, like, their leaders might know.
Granny knows everything. She
Yeah.
sees all and knows all.
Well, do we let him go?
I take you to Goblin Town if you like. We travel down into the deeps.
How far down is it?
Well, we can get there within... And he holds out his hand and starts bending his fingers like he's counting. 2 meals. We get there in 2 meals. We eat now. We eat on the way. We get there when we're hungry.
Yikes.
We cannot go fast. The way is
Well,
not
we
easy.
could always, yes, we could always tie him up and then explore this place and retrieve him when we leave.
Who asked you? Says Snittir, and he snorts. Tie me up.
No one asked you, Goblin, and I'll give him a little kick in the ribs.
Yo, you sure you're not orcs?
If you keep testing me, you'll find out just how mean a dwarf can be.
Give me an awe roll as you attempt to intimidate him. You kick softer than Granny. I once have a pillow fight hurt worse than this.
Frór will just grumble.
Why don't you go over there near the arch? And he points at a little archway over here. Go there. You'll find dwarven treasure there for sure, if that's what you seek.
It's over there.
Oh, wonderful things. Fine stone that dwarves love to see.
Is there anything bad in there?
He kind of looks down and to the side. No.
Let me.
Don't lie.
I'm
to
gonna
us,
headbutt him
Nick.
again.
As you headbutt him, that hurt worse than dwarven boot. Just some toads. Toads leave you alone. But they look like stone.
I'm not against letting him live, but I do not want to go to an entire town of them. I'm against that. Let it be said.
Snit-ear hold a place of great importance in Goblin Town. You let Snit-ear live, I take you to Goblin Town. You will be safe
You
there.
kill us.
No, none will harm you in Goblin Town, unless you bring harm yourselves. If you wish to know where things might be, you should speak to Granny.
That's why they call them hooks.
I mean, I'm fine with that, but I would like to pick this place over a little and see if there's any useful supplies here. This looks like a good place for some worthwhile treasure.
You see Snit-ear kind of looking down at the lake, and there's a big fat fish coming close, and you feel him trembling like he really wants to grab that fish.
Go ahead.
He looks.
All right, let him go.
He reaches down and grabs the fish and sits down on his haunches and just starts to chew away. Go and search. Snit-ear be here when you come back. I gather fish for our trip. I show you. We goblins, we are not all bad.
You say so, Snit-ear?
I say so. I promise. I swears.
I'll take your word for it.
What about you, little cake? And looks at Fatimer. You promise? You not hurt Snit-ear?
I promise that you're.
I'll catch you a fish too.
Thanks.
And then he kind of glares at the three dwarves. I smell your kind everywhere in here, but old and ancient. It does not smell so good to smell one so fresh next to me. Perhaps a bath in this little pond will do you some good.
You don't smell so good yourself.
And he raises his arm and smells in his armpit. You're right. And he rubs the fish in his armpit, gets some of the little slimy mucus off of its skin, works his arms back and forth a little bit to get a little froth in there. Now, Snit-ear smell fine.
That's even worse.
Go and do your search. Be careful in the tower, I warn you, of Bloodvine. Mind those stone toads as well.
Okay. What exactly is a stone toad?
Oh, they look like rocks, but they have mouths and bellies large enough to swallow me whole.
Oh. Good to know.
explore. Snittir will wait here.
Okay, thank you.
Shall
Where we head first?
Shall we take our break here?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, let's take a break. Go get a beverage. Go do whatever you need to do on break. I will do those same things and see you soon.
satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate isn't spoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate isn't spoken. By the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. Oh, the life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back. Sound off if you are here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
Henrik's here. Miss Pick is here. Is Craic, are you here with Thranin? Or are you still away? I'm going to assume Craic is still away. Or just muted. For fun. Once Craic gets back here, we'll go ahead and pick it up. But we can do some exploring here in the gardens of Thrym Thistlebeard. Finally got it out, right, for the first time. Let me see. So I mentioned this is the House of Healing. And then this big tower, this is the Thrym's Tower. The ponds that you've seen are ornamental, or there were ornamental fountains that sang amid the glades. They're silent now. But the pools of stagnant water and sodden moss bogs cover much of the gardens, and the cave fish live there, hunted eagerly by goblins. And the rest of the chamber is out of view. You've not seen it yet. Craic, are you back with us, sir? Not yet. I'm going to assume he's getting him a nice drink. I can see Craic with a little shaker glass. He's mixing a martini or something. Throw a couple of olives in there. We'll give him just a minute, and then we'll jump into some exploring. And Snidear seems content to just hang out down here looking for fish. Every now and then he'll move a little bit, but not far. He's not, making furtive movements or anything like that. He's just kind of looking for the good spots to fish. And Craic, are you back with us, sir?
Can we see what these things are on the cave wall?
Yes. So those look to be lanterns. That Moria held magical lamps, and whatever was there has broken. All you see are what held the lanterns, or could have been great mirrors. Or lamps. Many of these were said to be magical. Some of these probably captured sunlight coming down that cleft and would reflect it across to other areas of the garden so that sunlight could pervade through here. But those lamps seem to be broken.
Cool. Yeah, they kind of look like ginormous sconces to me, yeah.
Now, as you start to move around, I'm going to remove the last little bit of the fog of war. You're actually going to see some of those where there's still something there. So let me get that removed. Let me get all this kind of knocked off of here. Got like a paintbrush tool, and it lags like crazy when I'm using OBS to record the video, but that should hopefully show enough of it. So up here you can see the last lamps of Moria. The dwarves hung magical lamps throughout their city, and blazing light drove away the dark. These lamps are all but dark and broken now, but there are two in the corner of the gardens, and there's a very faint glow with them right now. That glow seems to be almost like moonlight, and as you get closer, it seems to reflect moonlight, and the other likely reflected sunlight. They would wax and wane in a curious sequence, their lights mingling at times, and plants would cluster around them. You can see many plants underneath them. And things that had never seen the sun would thrive in that magical light. How these might function is a mystery to their makers, but there's other powers in the world, and some love plants more than they love other creations. But whomever made this is lost to history, and now all that remains are barely functioning vestiges of what was once a great magical lighting system in Moria. And Craic, are you back with us?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. All right, so we can do some exploring. You can now see all of the caves of Thrym Thistlebeard. There's the houses of healing. There's some of these gardens. There's the spot down here where Snit-Ear mentioned the stone toads were. He said to avoid the tower at all costs, but this is coming from a little sniveling goblin. What does he know? On the other end, you can see some stairs that lead up to an archway built into the stone, and where that leads, you can only guess. Could go anywhere. Where do we go exploring?
Do we want to go check out the
houses of healing?
Houses of healing? I think that was kind of what we were really looking for.
Yeah, it'd be a good first stop.
As you go in, it looks as though there were many rooms here with stone slab beds where sick dwarves could be brought to be tended to. Many of the herbs and plants that they used are likely long gone, but the remnants of those, whatever has interbred or cross-pollinated, is now what forms much of these gardens. And what healing purposes they might have, you don't know at first glance. You may have to experiment with them, basically make a healing roll to see if these would be helpful in any way, shape, or form. You can make a scan roll to see if there's anything else of significant value in here. Craic, if you want to check out the room, we've got.
Yeah,
Thranin.
I'll do the.
So, Craic, if you want to give me a healing roll to check on the herbs, Thranin,
Yeah.
you see some old texts, some old Dwarven books and scrolls. Many of these are old anatomical texts of interest to scholars. These could be counted as a useful item for healing, much like the King's Foil, but only when treating dwarves. And the downside is they are all written in Khuzdul, in the Dwarven language. So there are some books here.
He'll hold the book upside down and he'll say, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. This is poppycock. And he'll give it to Craic.
And you
I'll
look
need
at
your
this,
help translating it, though.
Yeah, there's illustrations. It looks like a dwarf, maybe the circulatory system of a dwarf. You've never seen such things. These were clearly advanced healers and surgeons, but it is all written in Dwarven. Now, looking at these herbs, there are a few here, and one seems to be almost a variant of King's Foil, and there's enough of it here that you could collect some. And this would actually count as a marvelous artifact. And it would be like the King's Foil, but you would get a bonus of 2 dice on it.
Oh, awesome.
And you could... what was the other thing? You could also achieve a magical success with it by spending a point of hope. I don't have an item for that, but let me make one, and then if you want to grab it, you can. So give me 1 second.
Are we able to do a healing roll on ourselves?
A good question. I just totally blanked on that. I think that you can. Everyone essentially can make one healing attempt on another person.
Craic do it for me? I'm down like 5 points. I've got 24, but...
So that healing it's essentially only to heal wounds. If we do like a short rest, like an hour-long rest, you can heal your strength score of endurance, and so that may be more what we need to do. Grab the combat, because otherwise healing is only for. Reduces the severity of an injury or can stabilize the dying. And so it wouldn't help you gain hit points, but a short rest would do that for you. Let me make some of this Dwarven healing.
Do we want to save the rest for later? Just in case we run into something here.
It'll have a load of 1 because it can give you a magical effect. If you want to take it, let me put it into the chat. Where did I put it? Oh, let me get the word copy out of there. I duplicated the other one. There we go. Let's drop that again. There we go. So if someone wants to take that, they can. It will cost a point of load, but it would give you 2 dice on a healing roll, and you could spend a hope to make a magical success. So that could definitely save someone from dying. As the two of you are in there, what's Frór and Vidar and Fatimer doing?
Frór is looking for perhaps wherever they may have kept their most ancient and cherished artifacts.
You know that is probably in in the tower, in the Tower of Thrym. Would likely be in there.
Then Frór will be making his way towards the tower.
Give me an awareness roll as you get near the tower. Oh, that's going to raise the eye awareness. As you draw near to the tower, you see a couple of things. First is that the plants are not so overgrown near the tower. You think they would be. The light's coming straight down on them, but there's only, like down here, just very sparse growth of plants. And you recall that Snidir did warn you. There's the blood vine is in there. But you don't see any vines. You don't see anything that might look like that. It just looks like more of these herbs, only a lesser amount here.
Well, it's likely nothing to be concerned about, whatever the goblin had said.
What is Fatimer and Vidar doing?
I'll go with Frór.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Vidar's just kind of hanging around with Thranin. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe the two of you are looking at those anatomy books and trying to make heads or tails of them. Frór, as you get close, you see that there's no doorway that's locked or barred. There's simply an open path that leads into the tower itself. Give me a Fatimer, give me an awareness roll. Nice, great success. Fatimer, as you are heading into the tower with Frór, Frór is looking for King Thrym's treasure, said to be in here. But Fatimer, you are looking more perhaps for the danger that might be in here as well. And as you get close into the tower, you see something. You see a body, and the body, it looks like the body of a dwarf, and it's got some plants kind of wrapped around it, roots dug through the body cavity. It's rather gruesome to see this, and it's down right in the center of the base of the tower.
Can I inspect the plants that are around the body?
Sure. Give me a scan roll. How close are you getting?
Just to where I can see it clearly.
Okay. As you get close, it looks like, we might call it like a Venus flytrap. It's got the big petals with the little kind of fingers that would interlock if it were to close on something. You've seen plants like this that catch insects and maybe, if they're lucky, a small mouse or something. These are a little bit larger. I mean, maybe like one of those fish that Snidir was catching. It could almost eat one of those. But it's not moving. It's just seems to have taken root in here and grown over the body of this dwarf. He likely fell here and the plant grew over it. You do see, with your awareness roll, you do see that the dwarf has an axe in his hand and he's wearing some scraps of armor. There's probably more of this in the tower the deeper you go. Frór, what are you doing?
Well, I think that Frór would push deeper into the tower. Of course, he would be scanning the walls and floors for traps. He knows the dwarves are cunning and known for good traps and keeping them hidden.
Well, there are some carvings down in here that laud King Thrym and many of his advancements he made in Moria, specifically in the arts of healing and in the garden. And there's an engraving that says "Long rest the bones of the king" at the top of his tower. So that must be where his tomb is at the top of the tower.
Well, Fatimer, perhaps the top of the tower is where we might find the ancient artifacts of King Thrym.
And the axe of Durin could be here, or the bell of Azanulbazar. You don't know. He was a dwarven king.
It might well be worth our time to investigate. What do you think, Fatimer?
Well, I think that sounds like a good idea.
There is a winding staircase that goes from the base up to the top with branches here and there that jut out to small side rooms with windows that look out upon the gardens. But you take that central winding staircase all the way up. Do you ascend?
Sure.
As you begin to go up the tower, I'm just going to move you up here. Maybe.
I will be doing it cautiously, however, again scanning for any traps that might not have been set off in the centuries since there were last dwarves here.
Give me a scan roll. Oh, nice. There we go. Looking for traps. As you're looking for traps, you see none. You see some that have been set off. Perhaps goblins or orcs or something came through here looking after the treasures. There's a few, you can see old spearheads embedded in the wall, and you can see the small gap where they shot through an ornamental piece in the wall that was carved in, a relief that was carved into the wall, hiding this little spear shaft that would jut out. The wood is now long rotted. All that remains is the iron spear tip. You see a few areas where there was a stair that collapsed and leaving the section open, and someone likely fell, and the stair rubble fell upon them. But you're able to sneak past it, and you're very mindful and cautious as you go through here. As you get up near to the top, you see a door, and it says, "The Tomb of King Thrym, long live his memory." And the door is shut. It looks to be perhaps locked. A riddle roll from a stealthy hobbit might be able to pick that if they wanted. Or we do know someone that has a ring of keys. Nice. Fatimer, as you are bent down, kind of hunched over the lock, you've got some tools you're picking in there, and Frór is holding the light for you. You fail to see as the creeping vines begin to descend upon you. And I'm going to drag you into initiative. There will be no opening volley. We'll go to close combat. If you guys want to assume a combat stance, so Fatimer, you'll need to take either a open stance, close stance, or close combat, open stance, or defensive. There we go.
Well, Fatimer, it's time for you to put that sword of yours to good use.
Frór, you are up first. And Thranin, you will hear the sound of battle. You'll be able to join on the third round.
All right.
Ooh. So in combat, that doesn't raise the eye awareness. Horrible miss. How about Frór? Fatimer. You're up next. With Spider's Bane, that was less than impressive. The Bloodvine. Now the Bloodvine has Might 2, so the Bloodvine will attack twice each round. So
do I get to attack twice with my sword?
That's only if you kill a foe, and then you can. Let's double check that. I think it's just if you kill a foe, then you can attack another one that you are engaged with. Let's double check. When you kill a foe, you may immediately attack another foe engaged with you.
Okay.
So you did not kill the Bloodvine. Nice try, though. It will attack once at Frór and once at Fatimer. So coming in at Frór, the Bloodvine will send out a Whipping Vine. And that is a miss. It will do the same thing against Fatimer. Just move this. Fatimer. Ooh, narrowly missed against Fatimer. We go to the next round. Thranin, you're running, you're charging to get there. And Vidar and Craic, you would hear the sounds of battle as well. Probably the shouts of Frór and the Hobbit, "Get behind me!" and the swinging of blades. If you want to join the battle, you can run there as well. Frór, it's your turn. And Fatimer, do you want to be you're in a defensive stance? Perfect. I was going to say that's probably going to be best for you.
I'm in open.
You're open. Do you want to be in defensive to help to protect yourself?
Sure.
Nice. 5 damage to the vine from Frór. And Fatimer, it's your turn. Ooh, Fatimer. Not so good. The Bloodvine will attack Fatimer, sending out a Whipping Vine. And missed by 2. Narrowly missed Fatimer. And 1 attack on Frór. And, ooh, almost got Frór. Needed to get a 23 and rolled a 22. This is the last round before help can come. Frór, you're up. Nice. Ooh. 12 damage. And now Fatimer, you're up. Well, it's better than last time. The Bloodvine will go. Actually, never mind. We're on a spiral stair. I was going to say maybe an open volley, but you would not have a shot at that. First attack comes in at Frór. Oh, okay. It's going to do... One of these will be a heavy blow, and one will be... It says seize, but it doesn't do seize. So, Frór, you're going to take... It says Vidar, but it's just because I clicked on his token. Frór, you're going to take 12 damage. You can take 6 and be knocked back, or you can take the 12.
I'll do the knockback.
Okay, so give yourself 6, and then that knocks you into a rearward stance. You are also drained, so it does a special attack. This will basically drains some of your blood at the end of each round. So as it pushes you back, one of its vines embeds itself into your body. Thorns poke in, blood comes out. It will drain your blood at the end of each round that you remain seized, inflicting a piercing blow and moderate endurance loss from poison damage. So you definitely don't want to be attached to this guy. We go to the next round. If you want to avoid being seized, there is a means to get rid of that. So seize is something that enemies can do, and let me grab the chart here. We'll go over special damage seize. Let's see how it's under the enemy part. I had it right here. So seize. So the victim can only fight in a forward stance, making brawling attacks. Seized heroes may free themselves by spending a Tengwar, the 6 icon, from a successful attack roll. So all you can do is forward stance and brawling. And if you get a 6, then you can break the hold there. So this next round, Craic, Thranin, Frór, you need to go into a forward stance. And Vidar, you can choose a stance as well. And let me, just for ease here, Frór, do you have an unarmed attack on your character? I don't think you do. No, let me give you one. It'll make it easier for you to do your brawling roll. There we go. All right. Craic, you're up first.
Okay. Just gonna take a swing with my sword.
Nice. Dealing 5 damage. This is not undead, but he takes that hit. Vidar, you're up next. And Vidar with a miss. Thranin, you're rolling your ones again.
Hey, there's a couple twos.
That's true. That's true. Great success. Now you cannot make that a piercing blow, but you can make it a heavy blow. That is a sweet blow there. You lop off quite a few vines. Now, Frór, all you can do is your brawling attack, and if you get a 6, if it's a success and you get a 6, then you can free yourself. Oh, you got a success, but not a 6. He takes a point of damage. Nice. Fatimer. That is a no. The blood vine. It's going to do... it's already got Frór grabbed, so it's going to do, let's see, 1 is Fatimer, 2 is Thranin, 3 is Craic, and 4 is Vidar. So Vidar, and then the next attack is going to be on Fatimer. Let's do Vidar first. Whipping Vine comes in at Vidar and hits you. Now you can take 6 damage or you can take 3 and be knocked back. What do you want to do on that, Vidar?
I mean, I feel like we're on top of a tower, right? I don't know if getting pushed is a great idea.
You're probably pushed down the stairs a little bit, not out of the tower. You're inside, so you wouldn't be able to be pushed out of the tower.
I think I'll just take it.
Okay, I'll go ahead and apply that to you. And the other attack is on Fatimer. Fatimer, do you want to take 6 or do you want to take 3 and be knocked back?
I'll take the 3.
Okay. So that will put you into a rearward stance.
It's better for me anyway. I'm terrible with my sword.
So let's take 3. That puts you at 19. Okay. And then we need to resolve the blood drain. So this will inflict a piercing blow. So it needs to, or you need to make an armor check on this Frór, and it has, you need to beat a 14. Yes. Oh, you got a 25. You will take a moderate endurance loss from poison damage, but you don't take the piercing blow. The way that poison damage works, there is a moderate endurance loss is... I'm going to let you roll a favored feat die roll. So this is the /R space 2DF KH. Keep high. And we're actually going to take the better roll, which is 2. So you're going to lose 2 endurance points from poison damage. So if you will reduce your endurance by 2 for me, Frór. Then does anyone want to change their stance? All right, Craic, you're up.
Just gonna swing away again. Does anyone have any fire? Oh, what's this?
You can't make that a piercing blow. Ooh. Okay. He's gonna spend a point. He doesn't have hate. He has resolve. He's not an evil creature. He's gonna spend a point of that to do hideous toughness. So when an attack inflicts damage that would cause it to go to 0, it causes a piercing blow instead. Then if the Bloodvine is still alive, its endurance score is set back to half of its maximum rating. So your sword, the injury rating of your sword is a 19. So he's going to make an armor roll. He's also going to spend a point of resolve for thick hide. He makes this armor roll as a favored roll. He needs to beat a 19. No, so he takes a wound. Knock him down to 1 might. There we go. And he, his endurance goes to half of his maximum rating. But he took a wound there.
Oof.
Excellent blow with your shining sword. Vidar. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
A hit and a piercing blow. You could finish him right here.
Nice.
Oh, I think you just rolled on your axes, not on your actual axe.
Oh. Oops.
That's
I think
okay.
you're right. Yeah.
That's okay. Let's get the damage is 8, and then the injury rating is going to be a 20. So let me give him 8 damage. 17. He'll spend a point to make this favored roll. So he does an armor roll, needs to beat a 20. And a feat die. Okay, that is he's gonna do. No, he can't. Okay, how do you take him out?
Yeah, it is. At the very least, it's an artifact. This axe, and it just cleaves right through it. It's made for this.
Yeah, this is Dror's judgment. It judges the foes of the dwarves, and this creature has grown for who knows how long, feasting off of the bones of the dwarves that came here to worship King Thrym. And as you cleave through it, you free Frór, who looks a little worse for wear. Looks as though he has been poisoned. And with poison, here's what happens when you're poisoned. You cannot rest, and you must roll for the corresponding endurance loss at the end of each day. If the roll produces a Gandalf rune, you take no damage and you're not poisoned any longer. A successful healing roll will also remove the effects of poison. So, as our healer, Craic, you see that Frór, he's looking a little green, a little pale, maybe frothing at the mouth.
Yes, Ranger, I believe the plant must have poisoned me. I don't feel so well.
You need healing, my friend. Let me have a look at that. See what I can do here. So because I have the new Thistlebeard herbs, what does that give me again?
So you'll add 2 dice to your roll, or you can spend a point of hope and get a magical success.
Okay. I don't think I need the magical success. I think. There we go.
Yep, that's all it takes. So no longer poisoned, as you take some of the Thistlebeard's herb, and you may resume your search. You can also rest here if you like. You can rest for roughly an hour. Do that short rest. You'll recover endurance points before you continue on in case there's more danger.
Oh no, thank you for this. That King's foil or Thistlebeard foil. It was most helpful, but no, nothing will stand between a dwarf and uncovering the treasure of his people.
Might be good to rest a little bit, don't you think?
Oh, I can manage. I'm certain of it.
Yeah, Fatimer, Vidar, Frór, and Thranin are all slightly injured.
But if Fatimer needed to rest, I'm sure we could rest for a moment. Not for me, though.
If you want to spend time resting, you can. On your character sheet, there's 2 rest buttons. If you scroll down, I forget where it is. Under your endurance, there's a short and a prolonged. You can do a short rest. It may ask if you want to recover hope points. We have 6 of them, and we're nearing the end of the session, so if you want to recover those hope points now, you could. We've got 6 of them to divvy up. It looks like Fatimer's down 3, Vidar has used none, Frór's used 1, Craic has used 5, so we've got 5, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 total that need to be recovered, and we have 6 to pool from. If you want to divvy those up.
I'll take 1.
Okay.
I haven't used any hope, so
No,
feel free.
So you won't need any.
Yeah, I used a lot.
So we got 5 left. Do you want to take like 4, Craic, and Frór can take 1, and then everybody's doing pretty well?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds
That's
good.
okay with everyone?
Sure.
Perfect. As you continue searching the tower, you finally come to Thrym's tomb. And Thrym's tomb, he so loved his caves that he chose to be entombed at the top of his tower. He was buried in a seated posture looking out at the gardens. There's a hollow statue of the late king that contains his bones, and the statue was made with gaps in the chin so that a living thistle plant might grow from it, making the king's nickname an epitaph. Unfortunately, the blood vine had taken root there. But now that it is no longer present, if you hack away at the roots, you will discover an ancient treasure buried with the king's remains. Let me have one of our treasure hunters give me a scan roll. Do you want to do that, Frór? If you're so keen
Sure.
on finding it. Extraordinary success. Okay. We find what equates to a lesser hoard. Much of it has been picked over, but we do find a few pieces here. And let me have Frór roll a 6-sided die and then roll the feat die twice. So /R space 1d6 and then /R space 2df. So we find a total of 10 units of treasure. It would be 10
Whoa.
pouches of gold.
Oh my god!
Okay. So we find 2 magic items here. Roll a d6 for me, Frór. See what the first one is.
I've been saving all my good rolls for
Yeah.
now.
So we find a marvelous artifact, and roll another one. So 2 marvelous artifacts. Okay, let me see what I've got here. We find Thrym's Eye. Thrym's Eye is a necklace with a sapphire eye. It carries a blessing of scan, granting its wearer keen senses. It glows with a faint blue light. Furthermore, when the wearer sleeps, they may dream that they are the statue of King Thrym, looking out over his gardens, allowing the wearer to spy on movements within the cave, and even eavesdrop on conversations there. You might even see the goblins from Goblin Town in the fish ponds, or spot others scavenging for food. So there's Thrym's Eye. There is also let's do this. This would be a good one. Lodestone Northfinder. This circular device features a red pointer balanced on a pin, and it is a true compass. This will lead you north. Basically an old compass lodestone. Whoever bears this will get a 2 dice bonus on any explore rolls, and you can also spend a point of hope to get a magical success.
Oh yes, ever since I was a young dwarf, I dreamt of finding the lodestone Northfinder.
So I'm going to assume you take that.
If that's all right with everyone else.
Who wants
Absolutely.
Thrym's Eye? Does anyone not have... I think everyone has the famous weapon or armor, but as far as the magical gear, does everyone have something? If not, someone can take Thrym's Eye.
Vidar's got 2 magical things.
See, if
Yeah.
Frór has 2 as well. I think Fatimer has 1.
I have
Yeah.
one too.
You've got the pouch of, the Book of the Mad Druid, not the pouch of Old Toby. You got the Book of the Mad Druid. Thranin, did you have
I
one?
think Frór only has one. I think he just has his ring.
Oh, so then Frór would have the ring and the lodestone. Thranin doesn't have one at all, so maybe Thranin could take Thrym's eye.
Sounds good.
So if you drag that onto your sheet.
Actually, I guess technically I have two if you count those herbs I just got.
Oh, true. Excellent. Then we also find some treasure. Do you take the gold? There's gold and silver. It's all stamped with on the obverse. It has the face of King Thrym. On the back, it has several leaves, kind of branching out in a little leaf design. Would you take any of the gold with you?
Well, we're dwarves, yes.
This was dwarven treasure. It would be a pity if it fell into the hands of orcs.
It's true.
Yes, we should take it, if not just to protect it.
And he was a king, and you really haven't stolen a lot of gold from the king's tombs, but this might be something you want to show Balin. He might want to see this. Now, during your rest up there, Snit Ear was getting impatient. And you hear him whistling and calling out, "Hey, are we going to Goblin Town or not? I think I hear snoring up there. What's going on? Did the plant
Almost
get
done.
you?"
Yeah, we just killed the plant. We'll be down in a second.
Killed the plant? Oh, wait till I tell Granny Goblin about this. Goblin Town will be expanding into the Goblin Gardens.
Me and my big mouth.
Well, let's not be too hasty. If this goblin didn't have a tongue, he couldn't tell them about these gardens.
That's a misdeed. You're going to lose some, or gain some shadow for that. You've got three options to where to go from here. You can go out the way you came. You can let Snidear go back to Goblin Town. You can just continue on the way you came, back out that side tunnel. You can follow him down to Goblin Town, or you can take those stairs on the right-hand side of the map that go up to an arched doorway and then deeper into the mines. Now, it is nice here for Fatimer and Craic to see the sunlight. You've not seen the sunlight in several days. And the two of you to look up and see that sunlight, it fills you with a longing for home. You can both remove 1 point of shadow.
Oh.
For the dwarves, the sun, you care not about that. But at clearing away this intrusive plant from King Thrym's tomb, you can all remove 1 point of shadow as well. Where do you go after this? Do you follow Snit-Ear? Do you go back the way you came, or do you take that new path? Which, if you ask, Snit-Ear will not go that way. He says, "No, I must go back to Goblin Town."
Can you tell us what is that way?
That way? Oh, nothing but old ruins. There's nothing there for anyone. Trust me. An old empty hall. Sometimes the orcs, well, they have a little arena there where they force us to fight for their enjoyment. I will not go there.
An arena of orcs. Maybe we don't want to go that way.
Let's go talk to Granny.
To Granny?
Yeah.
Alright, let me just clear off the last little bit of fog here, just so you can appreciate the little winding tunnel here. It's a crouched, low opening. It's a little difficult to get through. It's easy for the dwarves and the hobbit. A little tougher for the ranger, but it's not outside the realm of possibilities. Snit-Ear is eager to get back town, and all along the way, he's telling you about what a wonderful place it is. Oh, the fresh foods, the smells, the sounds, the mucus. It's just so wonderful. And he begs you to follow him. The journey does take some time. It takes, like he said, a meal here, a meal on the way, and a meal there. And do you offer any of your food to him? He's offering his fish to you.
Yes.
Yeah, if I had some bread, I would share it with him.
And he looks at it and smells it. What is this?
Oh, it's bread.
Bread.
Yes.
What beast did this come from?
Oh, well, it's made from wheat.
Wheat.
Yes.
What is wheat?
Well, it's a plant. You grow it.
Oh. I'll take your word for it. And he takes a little bite and looks at you. Thank you. Here, have some fish. And then he turns away and you hear him spitting and like wiping his tongue.
You know what's real good, Snidier?
What's
when
that?
you put the meat and the bread together.
And you see his eyes grow wide.
It's called a sandwich.
Sandwich.
It's delicious.
I knew a sandwich. She lived near this underground lake. The shore was sandy as could be. She cast spells to charm all of us. This sandwich was very foul indeed. Your sandwich lives in this bread. Is it magical?
It tastes fantastic.
Ooh.
Any kind of meat.
Do you make him a sandwich, Fatimer?
Sure.
He looks at it and smells it. Well, at least it has fish in it. And he takes a bite. He chews it for a minute. And you see he's kind of rolling his eyes up, as though he's searching inside of his brain, like, is this good? Is this poison? And then he nods his head. Yes, I like your sandwich. I would learn from her. Does she speak?
No.
No.
Oh. And then he lets out a burp. Oh, she does. She speaks. And then he gallops on down the path. Come, follow. We're almost there. He leads you down a passageway, and all the while he's talking about the wonders of the goblin village. And let me grab this real quick. Sorry, 1 second. You hear him calling out, swish, smack, whip, crack, batter and beat, yammer and bleat, work, work, nor dare to shirk, while goblins quaff and goblins laugh round and round far underground below, my lad. There's a goblin market down here in the depths, where we trade stolen treasures and make merry. And although this place is technically a hidden landmark, this is not on any map. That's only for outsiders. Every goblin in the Misty Mountains knows this place. Goblin Village is the only place close to a neutral settlement that Moria has. Neutral, that is, if you're an orc. It is located in the lower deeps, in an old Dwarven market square. And I'll post a picture. The goblins have riddled the place with tunnels leading into the mines. These delvings connect with other, deeper tunnels, one winding north towards Goblin Town and Mount Gundabad, the other running south, slipping through the guts of the mountain until it emerges in a dark vale just north of Fangorn Forest. In years past, all Mithril gathered in Moria was sent east to the necromancer's fortress of Dol Guldur. After the necromancer was driven from his fastness in Mirkwood about 30 years ago, the strength of the orcs shattered in the awful year of 2941, which is the Battle of the Five Armies. The regular Mithril tribute went instead to Mount Gundabad. Well, now that Sauron has reasserted himself in Mordor, the precious metal must go south again, but Mordor is very, very far away, and Gundabad is much closer. So the goblins hedged their bets and split the tribute. This is where much of the wealth of the orcs filters through, is in this town. And let me take you to a map. Where is it? Let me grab some tokens. Down this long tunnel until at last you come to, let me see if I just turn this off. There we are. The Goblin Village. This wide market square in the center is the heart of Goblin Village. Fires burn here constantly, roasting unidentifiable meat and spitting sparks high into the air. Goblins cavort in the flickering shadows, laughing and tormenting one another. These are all young goblins, spawned since the Battle of Five Armies and raised on tales of fearsome dwarven axes and giant bears. This seems to be a neutral ground between the orcs of Moria and the orcs of Mordor. However, you see a few orcs in here keeping the peace. Now, as you enter, there are a variety of sounds and smells that assault you, and much of it is very foul indeed, but not all of it. Some of it actually smells quite pleasant, warm meat cooking. Your guide leads you into a sagging hall carved from ancient stone where the work of dwarves still shows, beneath layers of soot, fungus, and crude goblin daubing. Broken pillars lean like old teeth, their runes scratched over with tally marks and prices. The air is thick with the smells of rancid fat, damp fur, rusted iron, and something sweetly rotten simmering in a blackened pot. Somewhere above, water drips in a slow, maddening rhythm. Chains clink, goblins mutter and scuffle in the shadows, their yellow eyes flashing as they count coins, gnaw bones, or argue over scraps. Now and then comes the distant groan of stone settling, Moria breathing in its sleep. At the center of it all squats Granny Goblin. She is enormous, even for her kind, an ancient mound of flesh wrapped in patched furs and scavenged mail, seated upon what was once a dwarven throne, and now reinforced with beams and bones. Her skin hangs in folds, shiny with grease. Rings and trinkets are tied into her ears and braided through her thinning hair. One small fire burns beside her, fed with splintered relics of a lost age. When she notices you, the hall grows quiet. Granny's small, sharp eyes glitter with recognition, not of faces, but of value. She clears her throat, a wet, rumbling sound, and speaks. "Strangers in Goblin Town, eh? I am Granny Goblin. I buy what others drop. I sell what others forget. Secrets, scraps, maps, memories. Same weight if you pay proper." She taps the stone with a thick claw. "You want safe words, safe paths, or old stories dug out of dwarf bones? Then you talk to me, and you don't lie." Her smile spreads slowly, revealing a mouthful of broken, blackened teeth. "Now, what brings you down where the stones still remember pain?" And that's where we will end the session. Let's do some experience.
Somebody needs to sell her a toothbrush.
No kidding. All right, let's give everyone 3 skill points, 3 adventure points, and 2 treasure points. And we will reset for next time. We'll reset our fellowship points back to 6, and our eye awareness will drop back to 2. Next time when we meet, we will have a council with Granny Goblin to see if we can get any information from her, to see if she will listen to our questions, answer our questions, or if she will simply sell us out. Depends on how well we can counsel with Granny Goblin. Any questions before we close out the session?
Nope.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I had a blast. I was looking forward to you meeting Granny Goblin, and I'm glad you followed Snit Ear down here into the depths. Next time may be a turning point in the adventure. We may find out... she may know the location of the Axe of Durin or the Bell of Azanul Bazaar. She may lie to us. She may tell us the truth. She may reveal a great many things. Or she may simply drift away and hope that no one finds us and that word gets to them that she helped us. So it will not be an easy council, but it is doable, and that's where we will start. I'll get this recording posted here in the next few minutes, and I will see you all in 2 weeks, although I think I have games with most of you coming up in the next couple of days. So, awesome. Thanks, everybody.